Sophie Chandauka's ambitious charity fundraising attempt has spectacularly unravelled, exposing a stunning public rejection that speaks volumes about her diminishing social capital. With a meagre $271 raised before the desperate campaign was unceremoniously yanked offline, the fundraiser for Sentebale represents more than just a financial failure. It's a humiliating public spectacle that reveals the growing indifference toward her once celebrated persona. The dramatic implosion suggests a profound disconnect between Chandauka's self-perception and public sentiment, with potential donors effectively casting a vote of no confidence through their collective silence and wallet-closing resolve. The fundraising fiasco, Sophie Chandauka's public rejection. In a stunning display of public indifference, Sophie Chandauka's desperate fundraising attempt for the Sentebale organization quickly devolved into a cringe-worthy spectacle of failure. Her impassioned plea, which she likely imagined would spark widespread support and generosity, instead resulted in a meagre $271. A sum so embarrassingly low that it forced her to hastily remove the fundraiser, drowning in the public's resounding silence. The stark contrast between her hopes and the brutal reality painted a painful picture of disconnection, with potential donors seemingly turning away en masse, leaving Chandauka exposed and humiliated in the unforgiving court of public opinion. The fundraising fiasco? A public relations nightmare. The numbers told a brutal story of failure. A mere $271 raised before Sophie Chandauka's fundraising effort collapsed in spectacular fashion, forcing her to pull down the campaign in total mortification. What should have been a noble attempt to support Sentebale devolved into a public relations disaster, with potential donors seemingly united in their indifference or perhaps outright rejection of her desperate plea for financial support. The abrupt termination of the fundraiser spoke volumes about the disconnect between Chandauka's intentions and the public's perception, leaving her exposed to potential ridicule and professional embarrassment. The spectacular fall of a fundraising fiasco. Sophie Chandauka's fundraising attempt crumbled catastrophically, with a mere $271 raised before the humiliating campaign collapsed under the weight of public indifference. The spectacular rejection was swift and merciless, transforming what was meant to be a noble effort into a nationwide embarrassment that spread like wildfire through media channels. Headlines blared the details of her fundraising failure, exposing the stark reality of a campaign that had spectacularly missed its mark, leaving Chandauka to face the brutal court of public opinion with no defense against the overwhelming tide of disinterest and ridicule. The spectacular fundraising fail when public apathy strikes. The spectacular implosion of Sophie Chandauka's fundraising attempt reveals a stark and, well, brutal truth about public engagement. Sometimes, no matter how noble the cause, audiences simply refuse to connect. In this case, the abysmal sum of $271, raised before the campaign's humiliating withdrawal, speaks volumes about the critical disconnect between intention and public resonance. The fundamental issue wasn't just a lack of financial support, but a complete absence of emotional investment. Potential donors remained unmoved, scrolling past her desperate plea with a collective indifference that honestly cut deeper than any direct rejection. Her fundraiser became a painful testament to the unpredictable nature of public sympathy, where even well-meaning initiatives can crash and burn under the cold, unforgiving gaze of social media's fickle attention span. The downfall of a fundraising disaster, Sophie Chandauka's public relations nightmare. In the cutthroat world of charitable campaigns, Sophie Chandauka's Sentebale Fundraiser serves as a stark cautionary tale about the critical importance of strategic public engagement and, frankly, sophisticated marketing techniques. Simply broadcasting a desperate plea is not enough. Successful fundraising demands a nuanced approach that resonates emotionally with potential donors while meticulously crafting a compelling narrative that transforms passive observers into active participants. by failing to implement targeted promotional strategies such as leveraging social media influencers, creating shareable content, or developing a clear, compelling mission statement, Chandauka inadvertently exposed the fragile underbelly of her fundraising efforts, allowing her campaign to collapse under the weight of public indifference and a fundamental misunderstanding of modern donor psychology. Non-profit organizations like Sentebale frequently find themselves navigating treacherous financial landscapes where public support can be as unpredictable as a summer storm. The brutal reality of charitable work means that even well-intentioned initiatives can crash spectacularly, with donor engagement becoming an increasingly complex puzzle to solve. Maintaining donor retention requires more than just a passionate mission. It demands strategic communication, transparent reporting, and a compelling narrative that resonates deeply with potential supporters. Sophie Chandauka's fundraising debacle serves as a stark reminder that simply launching a fundraising campaign is no guarantee of success. Non-profits must meticulously craft their outreach strategies, understanding that today's donors are discerning, want clear impact metrics, and need to feel personally connected to the cause before they'll open their wallets. In the unforgiving court of public opinion, reputation is a fragile currency, and Sophie Chandauka's disastrous fundraising attempt has effectively bankrupted her credibility. The aftermath of the Sentebale Fundraiser's spectacular failure demands a strategic approach to reputation management, a delicate dance of transparency, accountability, and genuine contrition. Rebuilding trust requires more than mere apologies. It necessitates a comprehensive rehabilitation strategy that addresses the root causes of public skepticism. Chandauka must now meticulously deconstruct the missteps that led to her public humiliation, demonstrating a profound understanding of why potential donors withdrew their support and crafting a narrative of redemption that shows not just remorse, but a genuine commitment to meaningful change. In the wake of the disastrous Sentebale fundraiser, Sophie Chandauka must now confront the harsh realities of public engagement and strategic communication. The abysmal $271 total, a stark testament to widespread indifference, demands a critical examination of why her plea resonated so poorly with potential donors. Key lessons emerge from this debacle. First, crowdfunding success hinges not just on a worthy cause, but on compelling storytelling and transparent connection with potential supporters. The fundraiser's failure suggests a critical disconnect between Chandauka's intentions and her ability to communicate the mission's urgency and impact. Moving forward, a more nuanced approach will be essential, one that builds trust, provides clear value propositions, and demonstrates tangible outcomes of potential contributions. This setback, while humiliating, offers a pivotal opportunity for strategic recalibration, compelling Chandauka to reassess her outreach methods and rebuild her fundraising narrative from the ground up. Despite the initial setback, a strategic relaunch demands a nuanced approach that rebuilds public trust and momentum. The key lies in transparent communication, carefully reassessing the initial campaign's missteps, and crafting a more compelling narrative that resonates with potential donors. By addressing the underlying reasons for the previous fundraiser's failure, whether through more targeted outreach, clearer communication about the cause's impact, or more engaging storytelling, Sophie Chandauka can transform this moment of public rejection into an opportunity for genuine connection and renewed support for the Sentebale initiative.